Hi, Kim West, the Sleep Lady, and in this video blog, I'm going to answer this parent's question. Here's what she wrote in. My daughter is almost 23 months old and hasn't napped or slept through the night in a week. She'll sleep in my arms, but as soon as I put her down, she wakes up and screams until I come back to her. Tonight, she ran away from her room and screamed and cried when she realized I was trying to put her to bed. Is this the 2-year-old sleep regression? And if so, how do we get through it? Is it okay to bring her into my bed? When she wakes up in the middle of the night and cries, do I go into her room? I feel like she may be scared of her room. Is that possible? If so, what should we do? I would appreciate any advice. Thanks. Okay, so I have to make a few assumptions here. I hope I'm going to get this right. One is it sounds like she's in a bed and not a crib because you said she ran out. Which is really young. I mean, she's not even 2 years old. And so you might want to consider, if you have a crib set up, transitioning her into a crib because she does not usually have well, I shouldn't say she does not. She probably doesn't have the cognitive ability to understand stay in your bed all night long. It's really hard for them. It's not developed. They don't have the impulse control, so they tend to wake up and beeline out of the room, and they just don't understand what you're asking them to do. So if you're hesitant to do that, and you want her to sleep in a bed and in her own room, then I would go ahead and try, and just note that if it's really not going anywhere and you're exhausted after, I usually find 10, 12 days, maximum 14. I usually find parents sort of break down before then. And you say, wow, you know, my daughter just doesn't understand what I'm asking her to do. Then it will make it easier to say, I am going to get the crib out because this isn't fair to her. So that might be something you have to consider. The other question you said about, you know, should I bring her into my bed? That's completely up to you. If you don't mind it and your partner doesn't mind it and everybody sleeps well and you'd really just like to focus on bedtime, her starting the night in her bed, and then in the middle of the night when she wakes up, she comes and sleeps with you, it's completely your choice. You know, eventually I find that parents get to the point where they want their own bed back or they want their child to be in their own bed, but you have to make that decision up to your, you know, on your own. And I would talk to the other parent, of course, about it too. If you're only doing it out of desperation, not because you want to practice the family bed, then that's a very different question. Then I would encourage you not to bring her back into your bed. So again, that's important. If you're doing what they call reactive co-sleeping, meaning I am bringing her into my bed and sleeping with her because I don't know any other way to get her to sleep, then I would rather you return her to her bed, and I would go through the Sleep Lady Shuffle where you're gradually reducing your intervention and offering physical and verbal reassurance as you slowly move out of the room. Because of her age, you're more than likely going to have to gate her room to help her to stay in her room, so you're not chasing her around the house. And again, you can start the bedtime routine in her room and then sit next to her bed, and, you know, pat and shush until she's asleep. Respond the same way at night for 3 nights, and then you're going to sit by the door and then the other side of the gate and then out of view. Again, all the details outlined in my book and in the course I have available on my site. So good luck.